All right, relax. Close your eyes and listen easily. Just relax. For the next few minutes, I'm going to help you through a simple mindfulness practice. Mindfulness really just means that we'll pay very close attention to our experience in the moment. Whatever we experience, we'll try to notice it more clearly. So just relax. After we're settled in, I'll pause from time to time. Maybe longer, silent pauses to help you have your own mindful experience. And we'll just keep coming back to continue this mindfulness practice. Just relax and breathe easy. And now, take a moment to settle into a very comfortable posture. If you're seated in a comfortable chair, that'll work just fine, or any position that's comfortable for you. And once you're very comfortable, if your eyes are open, go ahead and close your eyes again. And then just take a few deep breaths. And now, just breathe normally and pay close attention to the sensations of your breathing. Notice where you feel your breath the most. Maybe the tip of your nose, or the rising and falling of your chest, or your abdomen. And wherever you feel it, just pay attention there, just on those sensations. And just let your breath come and go naturally. There's no need to control it. If it's deep, that's fine. If it's shallow, that's fine. Just notice these sensations as clearly as you can. Try to follow your next breath all the way from the beginning to the end. From when you first feel the breath on your nose or mouth, or when your chest or your belly just begin to rise. And then follow the sensation of that breath all the way through the complete exhale. Feel the entire breath. And now for each breath, follow the sensations all the way through, beginning to end. As you pay attention to your breath, you'll notice other perceptions. Sensations in your body or maybe sounds around you. Notice these things too. And then just come back to the feeling of your breathing. You may notice that in the first moment you hear my voice, I might be interrupting your train of thought, catching you thinking while you are trying to pay attention to your breath. Just notice this without judgment, and then come back to your attention to your breath. The moment you become aware that you're thinking with images or language, just observe that thought itself, no judgment. This is what happens while we're training our minds to experience the moment. And then come back to the sensation of breathing. Just begin again. You may find yourself thinking about something you forgot to do today or something that you need to do tomorrow. Maybe a conversation you wish had gone differently. Or wondering what any of this has to do with the Lenten season or why we're spending perfectly useful time doing this practice. Just come back again to the sensation of the breath. while you continue to relax and pay attention to your breathing, I'll suggest that this simple practice, paying attention to one simple thing, your breath, and then returning to that one thing whenever you're distracted, without judgment, starting again, is a practice that we can take away from our shares and into the rest of our lives. And it can make a profound difference in our lives and in our spiritual condition. Just notice the breath. Because every thought or feeling we have, every thought or feeling we've ever had, arises and then passes away. The anger you felt yesterday or a year ago isn't here anymore. And if it arises in the next moment because you thought about the past, it will once again pass away when you're no longer thinking about it. Just come back to the breath. And with even a little effort in even this simple practice, we can develop the habit of beginning again whenever we become distracted. No need for judgment, no punishment. Just notice our distraction and then begin again. And this ability to begin again has real spiritual and ethical force as well, which brings us to the Lenten season. Lent and Easter embody the ideas of forgiveness and redemption. And this ability to begin again is a real foundation of forgiveness. To forgive another person or ourselves, or even to accept someone else's forgiveness, or to accept God's forgiveness, we have to restart the clock in the present. We notice our distractions: anger, guilt, shame, regret, envy, resentment, and calmly bring ourselves back to the practice at hand. Just come back to the breath and follow the next breath from beginning to end. There are hundreds of opportunities every day. In fact, every moment of every day is an opportunity to practice this in our lives. Have you noticed that a conversation with a loved one isn't going very well, or you've been trying to get something done, but you realize that you've just wasted an hour on the internet? Or maybe you notice that you've been harshly judging yourself or someone else. The moment you notice this ghost of mediocrity hovering over the present, you can fully remove it just by beginning again, and then fully commit by relinquishing the past. No judgment. There's no real reason why the next few minutes of that conversation with your loved one can't be put on a new footing by simply starting again, paying more attention, saying something compassionate or useful. Or you can simply notice that maybe you've been judgmental and then begin again without the judgment. Just as you simply return your attention to your breath in this simple practice, you can simply begin again in any moment and forgive the other person or yourself, just as God has forgiven us and given us the opportunity to begin our lives anew. So can we, in any moment, simply begin again. judgment, no punishment. Just begin again. So now, as you open your eyes and move on from this moment, consider returning to this practice when you can, and continue to look for the opportunity in any moment to simply begin again.